Hello, my name's Nick and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be working on some concept art of this spaceship, and it'll be a time lapse sped up, and kind of going to talk through the process off the cuff, and hopefully this goes well. Thanks for joining me. Let's get into it. Alright, so unfortunately I did not record my concept art stage for the side views of the ship, so I've already got those established, but I'm currently working on the three-quarter view here. I'm doing some rough sketches. I started with 1 point perspective because I thought that would be enough, but I'll be honest, I was struggling. Sometimes you struggle, or a lot of the times you struggle when you're working on concept art or illustration, anything like that. So here, I next jumped to 2 point perspective, so I had a little bit more of guidance in building this ship correctly, and you'll see soon that it ended up working well. I actually don't remember if this... I might start one more sketch, either that or I recorded a little too late, but I think this is the final... Okay, yeah. So that's the final one. This is the bare bones, and now I'm getting into the line art after I've established that 2 point perspective and sketch. And this is where I just go into autopilot and start adding all these doodads, bells, and whistles, and stuff that it's just fun. And I'll also post on screen the references that I pulled. I'm a big fan of Mobius. I'll probably mention that in a lot of videos in the future. So I typically have something by Mobius in my radar as I'm working on these pieces. And a couple other things I pulled from just Google searching. I use Pinterest a lot at ArtStation, and photographs and whatnot as reference. But yeah, so I'm just adding all these little doodads and whatnot, and over time, and I'll probably make a video about this in the future, as you develop as an artist, you start to gain this library in your brain that allows you to create all this tech stuff. And something that might help is what I mentioned before, having reference and just looking at what other people you really like their work, see what they're doing, and copy that. Copy just those little shapes and parts that they've added to their designs. I believe the technical term is hard surface, or, well, I know it is called hard surface. But yeah, look up hard surface designs if you want to make ships, and just look at other people's work, see what the shapes and whatnot they're adding, and you'll start to develop a library in your brain of things you can pull out and add to the design. And you can go really simple or really complex. This ship is meant to be a little bit on the larger side, larger scale, so like a lot of those small little portholes are windows for the couple of astronauts that will be riding on this ship in my graphic novel. This ship is going to get destroyed, and things are going to get really weird in the story, but I wanted something to be grounded in basic bread and butter sci-fi. So I didn't want to start getting really weird, but I will. This graphic novel is going to get a bit trippy and weird, and lots of strange blobs, and it's going to be a lot of fun. This is a story that I've had in mind for a long time. I'm going to try and incorporate a lot of the stuff that I've been building as a world over the past few years. I'm an artist and an illustrator, and I've been doing a series of paintings. I also do traditional painting. If you want to check out my Instagram, that has a lot of my paintings there, and they're done in acrylic, of these beings called Watchers. That'll be a big part of the story and graphic novel. But they're just going to be a small part of it because I plan on going just going wild as far as what I can push into the story, because I'm a big fan of strange sci-fi and fantasy. Big fan of metaphysical, pseudoscience, just weird stuff. Okay, and as you watch my channel, you'll probably get an idea of what I mean. But yeah, so this is more grounded in reality. I mean, there's no spaceships like this currently in real life, but it's grounded in sci-fi that's already been established. Now I'm moving into color and shadow, and I'm still trying to figure out how to format these videos, but you know, it's just a process. We'll learn. Your feedback will help, so definitely comment. If this is a terrible way to do a tutorial, let me know. I guess it's not really a tutorial, but let me kind of mention what I'm doing here now. Now that I finished the line art, I am working on the shadows, the shadow shape. The sun is obviously coming in from the left. When you're in space, there's really only one light source that you're going to be focusing on, unless of course you're next to like other ships or excuse me, kind of getting over a cold. But yeah, so the major light source is the sun. So I'm establishing little hints of light that are getting past different parts of the ship. There's definitely better tutorials on doing shadow than what I'm sharing, but I'm just kind of sharing my process. I'll figure this out. I'll definitely make probably live videos of me working. I guess my main goal is to be able to stream live, but I can't currently because the channel's really small. So like and subscribe so I can start doing this in real time and kind of share exactly what I'm doing in real time. I think that would be a really cool thing to do as I'm working on this graphic novel. But yeah, so I have my space scene in the background. I've been tweaking the shadows every once in a while also adding some kind of grime to the ship, so to show that it's like been used. It's gone through some missions before, and now I'm starting to add some color to the ship. I work in a lot of different ways. This is my most comfortable way of working, is with line art and then doing painting and shadow, color. Working on some solar panels here. I added the reflection from the top of the ship to kind of give it some realism, show some depth. But yeah, I'm starting this channel to kind of share my process. I think it'd be fun to, even if it's just for myself, to kind of see where I started on this journey of trying to get published with this graphic novel and IP that I'm building that's heavily focused in outer space, but there's a lot of weird spiritual and metaphysical things, maybe quantum physical, even though I don't necessarily know that much about it. But yeah, that's the gist of the journey I'm about to go on, and I'm just going to have to start getting used to talking through my videos and kind of off the cuff sharing what I'm working on. This is a time lapse, so it's going to be hard to share and mention everything that I'm doing, but I do a lot of tweaking, a lot of editing. This is all done in Clip Studio Paint, my favorite app for digital painting. I used to use Photoshop a lot, but this is the bread and butter for me now. I don't know, I keep saying bread and butter, but this is the app that I love to use. I don't know, I've been spoiled by it. I don't like Photoshop anymore. There's some necessities I still need to use Photoshop for, but I love Clip Studio. I use it on the iPad. and I am not a fan of Procreate. I intend to make a video to compare Clip Studio to Procreate because I just feel like so bogged down and slow when I use Procreate. And there's all these up and coming artists. I don't know how they do such amazing work on Procreate when I'm all about those hotkeys and efficiency and being quick and not have anything interfere with the art creation process. Yeah, that I have that planned for a future video. There's a lot of cool features in Clip Studio Paint that I'd love to share that I don't know if everybody necessarily knows about it, but it was definitely a game changer for me. I kind of slowed down the video some so I could finish and wrap up this video, because I guess 10 minutes of video wasn't that hard to talk over. I guess there's lots to talk about, but I'm gonna wrap this one up. Yeah, I enjoyed making this ship. It's been a while since I've worked on hard surface. For the longest time I was working on a video game. Oh yeah, by the way, I used to be a creative / art director for my last job, working on a fantasy adventure game where all the characters were animals. I'll probably do a video or two about some of the artwork that I did for that game. It's still in development. It's kind of goes that way sometimes where you gotta wait. I might end up working on it again someday. I hope so. I spent a couple years on it, but yeah. So I don't even know where I was going with that because I was about to wrap things up. Yeah, so I'm just adding the little special effects at the end of the video. At the end of this piece of artwork. And yeah, leave a comment. Thanks for watching. Hopefully I can get to 50 subscribers soon so I can do live streams. And I'd love to interact with you all, answer questions live, and start to share the weird side of things. I'll probably do like a creature video, and yeah, looking forward to it. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a great day, and blessings. See you soon.